The Bermuda Triangle. Just saying the name conjures up images of vanishing planes, ghost ships, and swirling, supernatural vortexes. For decades, this mysterious patch of the Atlantic Ocean has captured our imaginations and fueled countless tales of the unexplained. But what is the truth behind the legend? Is it a paranormal hotspot, a hub for extraterrestrial activity, or is there a more down-to-earth explanation? Today, we're diving deep into one of the world's most enduring mysteries. So first things first, what exactly is the Bermuda Triangle? It's a loosely defined area in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. Its corners are generally said to be in Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. The name itself wasn't even coined until 1964 in an article for a pulp magazine. But the stories, those go back much further. The legend really took off after World War II. The most famous case, the one that truly cemented the Triangle's terrifying reputation, is the disappearance of Flight 19. On December 5, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine training exercise. They had experienced crews and were flying in broad daylight. But a few hours into the flight, something went terribly wrong. The flight leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, radioed in, sounding disoriented. He reported that his compasses were malfunctioning and he couldn't determine his location. "We are completely lost," he said. Bizarrely, he seemed to believe they were over the Florida Keys, hundreds of miles from their actual position. Despite radio operators trying to guide them back, the communication became increasingly frantic and garbled. Then, silence. All 5 planes, with 14 airmen aboard, vanished without a trace. But the tragedy didn't end there. A Martin Mariner flying boat, with a crew of 13, was sent out on a search and rescue mission for Flight 19. It, too, disappeared. Later, a ship in the area reported seeing a massive explosion in the sky, right around the time and place the Mariner would have been. A tragic accident for sure, but when combined with the disappearance of Flight 19, it created the perfect storm for a legend. 5 bombers and a rescue plane gone in a single day. Over the years, the list of so-called victims of the Triangle grew. There was the USS Cyclops, a massive Navy cargo ship that vanished in 1918 with over 300 people on board. No distress call, no wreckage, nothing. Just gone. Then there's the story of the Mary Celeste, a ship found adrift and deserted in 1872, often linked to the Triangle, even though it was found thousands of miles away near Portugal. The legend had a way of pulling in any maritime mystery it could. Authors like Charles Berlitz, in his 1974 bestseller, The Bermuda Triangle, compiled these stories and proposed some truly wild theories. Were alien abductions to blame? Was it a gateway to another dimension? Maybe remnants of the lost city of Atlantis, with its powerful energy crystals, were lying on the seabed, causing electronic failures and pulling vessels to their doom. These ideas were sensational, exciting, and sold millions of books. The public was hooked. But here's where the story takes a turn. When you start to look closer at the facts, the mystery begins to unravel. Let's go back to Flight 19. While the leader, Charles Taylor, was an experienced pilot, the other 4 pilots were students. It was a training flight. Taylor had also recently transferred to the Florida base and had a history of getting lost. His compasses might have been fine. It's possible he simply misread them or mistook the islands below. And what about the weather? While it was clear when they took off, records show a violent storm brewed up in the area later that afternoon. Imagine being lost, low on fuel, with darkness falling and a storm rolling in. It's a recipe for disaster. No supernatural forces required. And the Martin Mariner rescue plane? Those planes were notoriously nicknamed flying gas tanks because they were known to have fumes build up. A single spark could cause a catastrophic explosion, which perfectly matches the eyewitness account from the ship. So, the two events, while happening on the same day, were likely separate, explainable tragedies. What about the other famous cases? The USS Cyclops, that massive ship that vanished. It was carrying a heavy load of manganese ore, which can shift and make a ship unstable. It was also sailing into an area known for sudden violent storms, or rogue waves, massive, unpredictable waves that can swamp even the largest ships in an instant. No need for a time warp when Mother Nature can be that powerful. In fact, when journalist Larry Kush decided to investigate the claims in Berlitz's book for his own book, The Bermuda Triangle Mystery Solved, he found some shocking things. Many of the supposed mysterious disappearances either never happened at all, or they happened far outside the triangle. In other cases, Berlitz had left out crucial details, like the fact that a ship reported to have vanished in calm seas had actually sailed directly into a hurricane. The mystery wasn't in the ocean. It was in the poor research and embellishment of the stories. So, what are the scientific explanations for what might be happening in this region? Firstly, the Bermuda Triangle is one of the most heavily trafficked areas for ships and planes in the world. Statistically speaking, with more traffic, you're bound to have more accidents. It's simple probability. Secondly, the weather here is incredibly volatile. It's in the heart of Hurricane Alley, and the Gulf Stream can create sudden, extreme weather changes. You can go from sunny skies to a raging tempest in a matter of minutes. Then there's the geology of the ocean floor. The area has some of the deepest trenches in the world, like the Puerto Rico Trench, which is over 27,000 feet deep. If a ship or plane sinks there, finding the wreckage is next to impossible, even with today's technology. It would be swallowed by the abyss. Another popular scientific theory involves methane gas hydrates. The idea is that large deposits of frozen methane gas on the seafloor could suddenly destabilize and erupt. This would create a massive cloud of gas bubbles, drastically reducing the density of the water. Any ship caught in this frothy, gassy water would lose buoyancy instantly and sink like a stone, leaving no time for a distress call. While this is a plausible theory, there's no direct evidence linking a specific disappearance to a gas eruption. And what about the electronic failures? The electronic fog that pilots supposedly report? The Bermuda Triangle is one of only two places on Earth, the other being off the coast of Japan, where true north and magnetic north line up. This can and does cause compasses to act strangely. For an inexperienced pilot or navigator, this could be incredibly disorienting. Today, with GPS and advanced navigation systems, it's less of an issue, but back in the day, it was a real navigational hazard. So, when you put it all together, heavy traffic, volatile weather, treacherous oceanography, and unique magnetic properties, you have a perfect cocktail for accidents. The U.S. Coast Guard, Lloyd's of London, and other official maritime organizations do not recognize the Bermuda Triangle as a uniquely hazardous area. They state that the number of disappearances is not proportionally greater than in any other part of the ocean. The enduring power of the Bermuda Triangle legend isn't really about evidence. It's about our love for a good mystery. It is about the thrill of the unknown and the idea that there are still parts of our world that defy easy explanation. The stories are exciting, scary, and tap into our primal fear of the vast, powerful ocean. But the truth, while less sensational, is just as fascinating. It's a story of human error, the awesome power of nature, and the way stories can grow and morph into legends. The real mystery is how the myth has survived for so long, even when faced with so much evidence to the contrary. So, is the Bermuda Triangle a paranormal vortex? Probably not. Is it a place where tragedies have happened? Absolutely. But those tragedies are a testament to the real, tangible dangers of the sea, not the work of aliens or ancient crystals. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the Bermuda Triangle. What do you think? Do you believe there's still a mystery to be solved, or are you convinced by the scientific explanations? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this investigation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the unexplained. See you next time.